Hey everybody, thanks so much for tuning into Young Money Investments. My name is Cameron Bennion and today is Stock Pick Sunday. So today we are going to go over a couple of my call outs from last week that I had saw value in. We're going to go over a few plays that I would like to be in this week. And unfortunately, I'm not recording this live. I'm actually filming this right now at about 6:37 at night, but I did not talk about going live earlier this week or yesterday or this morning. So I figured I'm just going to do a pre-recorded episode for this today. So I got a couple people that were kind of bummed that I was not doing it live. I will try and do it next week. I just got to be a little bit more proactive on that. So let's jump into this. I don't want to take a whole bunch of time. I know everybody's busy and has stuff to do. So let's drop this down here. Pull this up. Shrink this down. And that should be good. That should be decent. Perfect. So today we are going to start out. This week was actually really great. I mean, I think on the week, I'm going to pull it up here on my, in one of my accounts, on my Robinhood account. On the week, I was up almost, $3,442 to be precise. I mean, that freak. Well, I take that back. If you actually do it on the week, on Monday, I actually was up over $5,000 on the week. So had a nice little $5,000 return. Out of that, how much were profits? Probably a solid $3,500 of that was actually pure profit on swing trades. So super happy, super glad that that's how it worked out. I want to go over a couple swing trades that I've been in for quite some time that I'm going to continue to most likely swing. The first one that I am going to talk about is OLED, Universal Displays. So if you look at this, I found a lot of really good support. It actually ended up having a little bit of a sell-off. If you actually start up here, there's a 180-day chart, and it broke through support up here, and it had a sell-off of roughly 20%. It really did come down quite a bit off of where I had bought in. I kind of averaged in right around here. And I was hurting pretty bad in it. Friday popped, earnings report, popped. Growth of roughly 18% over the course of maybe 1 or 2 days. Looking at Universal Display on Friday alone, it was a 13.42% return. Gave me about $2,800, a little over $2,800 in return on this. Looking at the chart pattern, I am going to say, looking at my RSI, it's not oversold or overbought yet. It's getting close. My big thing is it's coming up on resistance. So if you look up here, you're going to find resistance. Let me actually zoom in on this. You're going to find resistance right here, not only because of the previous support and resistance over here, but also because of the fact that the SMA is coming in here right at about $106. So I might either end up holding and just keeping those funds in there because I'm right at about my break-even point. Other option that I could have is I could sell, wait for a small little pullback, save about 2 to 3%, maybe even 4%, rebuy back in with roughly a $20,000 position, and then continue to swing Universal Display. So that is a potential option that I'm going to do. Long-term position I actually bought into this week is going to be L Brands. L Brands is one that I see a lot of value in. L Brands is the parent company of Victoria's Secret as well as Bath & Body Works. As you can see on the 180-day chart here, it has had quite a sell-off from previous highs right here in about December, January. So I see a lot of technical analysis that's really supporting where it is at right now. In fact, I can draw another support line right down here. And if we zoom in on this, you can see where it is really consolidating down here right at about $33, $34. My average buy-in price, I bought in for about $9,500 worth at about $34.30. I plan on swinging this for most likely a few weeks. I do see, and I do plan on probably adding more to my position. If I add another uh, I guess, another position to this, I'm most likely going to wait for a slight pullback, somewhere into that $33 range potentially, or low $34 range. Um, and then ride it up to probably right around $38, $39, and look for, I mean, if I do it to about 38.50, I'd be looking at roughly a return of about 12.33% and getting quick profit on that. So 12.33% on about $20,000 would be muy bien. Um, L brands, like I said, that's going to be one that I might even do a larger position than that. I see a lot of long term swing value in that. Not to mention the fact that I could see some great short term potential because of the fact that it has consolidated so long for almost a whole month down here. It's just begging to be bought and to start shooting up. So I like L brands quite a bit right now. Drip, another one that I'm in. I I'm kind of bag holding on this one, unfortunately. It was doing great on Thursday. It was up about 5%, and then it um, had a sell off on Friday of about 5% as well. I bought in some more. I'm quite large in that position right now. I'm most likely, if it hits $8, I'm going to bail on this position, cut my losses, take it, and be done. Um, just because I don't see a lot of value in this, unfortunately, right now. It is doing a lot of consolidation, but like you can see right here, 803 has been its low. I see if it breaking the $8 mark, I see it sliding potentially even more off of where we are currently trending. So if it can break and it can get up from this $8 price point, I do see that it could easily get up and probably reach the SMA and get up into this $11 price range. By that point, I'd be more than happy to take a $2. I mean, it's probably like a good 20-30%, probably 20% profit. I mean, yeah, 32%, probably 20 to 30 for what I'm averaged in at, and wash my hands of drip, but not loving that position. Another one I got into this week was Tesla. So Tesla um, on earnings, Tesla had quite the sell-off. If you look at this down here, you can see just a massive red candle right after the earnings call because of some comments that Elon Musk had made. Um, Again, I don't see any issues with Tesla. I listened to the earnings call, I looked at earnings and everything like that. It's the same thing, it's the same stuff that's been going on. It is coming up right here on resistance at the SMA. If it can break the SMA, this is where I do see a potential run up of a little bit more. And able to start breaking into potentially the 315 mark. This is where you previously saw some support and resistance back in, oh, I don't know, several weeks back, um, before we had that massive sell down to about 244. I'm currently in Tesla, averaged in with about an $8,800 position at about $282.27 per share. I'm up 4% in that position right now. If I can, like I said, at 282, means I bought in around here. If I can, see that swing go up, like I said, to that 815 mark, I would potentially see, I can't see it right now, let's see here. I would potentially be seeing a potential for profit of about 11%, which would be awesome. 11% on an $8,800 position. I'm going to wait and see what happens on Monday when the market opens with this SMA. If it does have a slight sell off, if it does continue to break through, because stocks have all done very well towards the end of this week, if it does continue to do well, I do see a potential for buying. So right at that $300 price point, if it can use the SMA, break through it, and create support, I do see being able to ride it from about $300 up to about 315. Again, gosh, it's hard to read that chart. Let's see here. Riding it up to about 315. You're looking at about another 5% potential for profit. So again, for a week trade, 5% is money, 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 money. I really think that's a good opportunity. Overstock.com, not one that I want to get into. Hopefully, I mentioned Facebook last week. Facebook is a swing position that y'all probably have seen. I've been mentioning this swing trade that I've been in for quite some time. Just continues to ride up. I mean, I called this way, 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 way back here as it just continued to slide down here into the $150 price point. I mean, we're up right now almost 15%. I'm currently, from my average cost in, I'm roughly up about 6% because I did not continue to average down. I didn't have enough funds when I started buying in right in here to start writing it and keep buying down into here, because I think I have a 20 some $1,000 position in Facebook currently, a $30,000 position in Facebook. So I continue to see value in it. If you do take a look right here, it's just using this support right here at 172. You can see it has had some slight sell-offs below the EMA, but it is not, and this could be a little bit off. I might need to recalibrate what my EMA is at. But I do see potential for a nice little run up, potentially into about the $184 price range. And then I do see taking a sell and selling out my position. But from current price points up to there, gosh, I gotta switch this over. See if we're right here. That's another 5% profit that I do see in Facebook. So good opportunity there. I don't think that's a bad swing trade to get into either. Apple. I have been calling this one out for weeks. Apple has been very undervalued, and investors saw that after the earnings report. Not AAAP, AAPL. Boom. All right. We are looking at highs for the 180 day for the last 6 months here, up towards $184. I do see the potential to sell my position in Apple right now because of the highs that it is making. I have not had a pullback yet, or we have not had a pullback yet. In Apple, you can see it's trending above the EMA line, and so I don't see the reason to sell yet because of where it's at. If it does obviously drop below VWAP for my day trades, I would potentially see selling Apple because of where it's at currently in its height. I mean, if you've been following Apple, like if you bought down here at $164, like I called out a couple weeks back, you would have made a solid 12% in one of the most stable and solid companies on Wall Street. Great position. Like I said, I don't see buying it now, but I just wanted to make that call out because of the fact that there was a lot of opportunity. Cirrus Logic. Cirrus Logic is another one from last week where I'm just kind of batting 1,000 right now. CRUS. Another one that I have been preaching since it dropped down to the $35 price point. We are currently up on the week about 9%. So if you would have invested in this back on Monday after watching my last video, you'd be up about 9% in Cirrus Logic. Like I said, I saw this as a good long-term trade, but because of where it had sold off, because of the PE ratio on it, I saw it having a great potential for profit. I still see a lot of potential right here, trending above the EMA line. It might find a little bit of resistance at $40. So that is something that you do need to watch for, is the resistance that you might find here at $40. But if you are able to ride out that resistance at about $40, $41, you could continue to see this starting to trend up, potentially into about the $40, $45 price range. But again, that was, I knew it had quite a bit of a potential to offer up right there. Let's see. Let's maybe take a look at Alibaba. That's going to be someone that's interested in stuff. Alibaba, I'm going to actually take a look really quick at this one. I've done really well in that this past week, and just see what things are looking like. So I haven't even done a technical analysis on this. You can kind of watch me do a quick analysis on it. I would say that right there is going to be a good support. So we're going to draw this support and resistance line right there. And then if you notice these tops, I notice a whole bunch of tops right through here. And so you're going to be looking at some resistance on this right there. Okay, so if you're looking at the charts, again, Alibaba looking at the RSI, not overbought, but definitely not a bargain either. If you look at it, it's starting to find resistance right here. It will probably be a position I'm going to sell on Monday. Take my profits and run. I've only put, I guess I only had a $3,500 position, so only made about $300 on that position, about a 9% return on Alibaba. But what you can do here with this is if you do see it start to trend down, it's obviously still trending above the EMA. You do see it trending above the EMA. If it is able to break support here, I do see it being able to run up and potentially running up to about the $200 price point. If you get up from the 200, you're looking at about a 5% return on that. And again, for a week trade, 5% is always nice. It's always money. So that is everything I think I'm going to cover as far as what is in my stock list and in my watch list right now. I do see, because Gush went up so much on Friday, I do think Drip might actually be a good little day trade because of that over 5% sell-off that it had. I'm trying to think of anything else I might want to take a look at that I love trading. NVIDIA, another one that I do love trading. Looks like it's trending up. I really actually like this pattern, and I'm just kind of looking at it with you right now. But I could see this potentially riding up to about 250. So from 239 to 250 is where I do see some potential right there. And if you do ride that up, you're looking at about 4.87%. So not a huge amount, but NVIDIA is a great long-term company. Maybe at that rate, and I guess on your percentage of growth, maybe I'd say stick away from NVIDIA, although I do think that it does have some potential for some growth, obviously, over the next few days. That is going to be pretty much my call outs and kind of reviews for this week. Hopefully that was helpful. Hopefully that was insightful. I am going to try and create a few more videos this week, kind of going over everything. I think I only made 2 videos last week, my Sunday video and my Wednesday video. I will try to be a little bit better about doing more, but that's everything. That is the Sunday stock picks, going over the reviews from last week, what I see value in this week, and hopefully, wow, I am tired. Hopefully that was helpful, and will help you in your trades this upcoming week. So take care, and talk to y'all later. Bye. And we are rolling. Hey everybody, thanks so much for tuning into Young Money Investments. My name is Cameron Bennion, and today is Saturday, so Stock Pick Saturday. Frick, it's Sunday. Frick.